Hi, in this video we'll solve yet another HackerRank problem with difficulty level easy. Even though the difficulty level is easy, this task is a bit tricky. So it's called number line jumps. Please feel free to pause the video to read the description. I don't like when someone reads me the description, so I don't do that myself. So basically, we have two kangaroos. First kangaroo stands at point x1 and it jumps with the velocity of v1. And there is a second kangaroo, and we have x2 and v2 respectively for the second kangaroo. So, and we need to figure out a way to get both kangaroos to the same location. So, if those kangaroos ever meet at the same location at the same time, we return yes. Otherwise, no. So in the example, first kangaroo stands at 2 meters point, and it jumps 1 meter each time. And the second kangaroo stands at 1 meter and jumps 2 meters each time. So in one jump, they are both at 3, and we need to return yes. So the trick here, one of the tricks here is that kangaroos can jump multiple times, not only once. And the second trick here is that those kangaroos jump the same amount of time. So, for example, if to get to the point of 10, for example, the first kangaroo needs to jump 4 times and the second kangaroo needs to jump 2 times, that won't work. We should return no, because that took different number of jumps. So we should remember that those kangaroos jump simultaneously, jump by jump, and they only get to the same point only if they make the same amount of jumps. That's also important thing. And to solve this problem, we need to remember the school math and build and solve an equation. And let's go to the solution. So we can build the following equation. x1, v1, x2, v2 are given. They are from the condition. And j is our unknown. We can find it on the both sides of the equation. So the left hand side of the equation is related to the first kangaroo, and the right side is for second kangaroo. So we can easily find our unknown doing a few transformations. And eventually we find our unknown. What does it mean when we look at that expression? So it looks like the problem always have a solution. Well, uh, it looks like that, but we need to remember that kangaroos jump always full jump. They cannot make half a jump. So that j should be integer. That's the first thing. And the second thing is that kangaroos jump forward. They cannot jump back. So that means that j should be positive, or at least 0. Actually, by the condition, it cannot be 0 because x2 is greater than x1. But I think it shouldn't hurt if we check that. So we know what j is. We need to just find it and check if it's an integer and if it's more than 0. But before we do that, we need to remember that we have a denominator and it cannot be 0. So first of all, we need to check that v2 equals to v1. If it is, we can, I guess we just return no, but because x2 is always greater than x1. But as I said, it's safe to write this line. And then we find j, integer j and decimal j. So that's a .NET trick. uh, because all those arguments are integer, we get integer j, and the decimal part is just truncated, thrown away. That's how .NET works. That's how we can get integer part. And to get decimal part, we just convert denominator to decimal, and we'll get a decimal value. And we check if integer equals to decimal. So that's one of the ways we can check it. And also we check if integer j is greater or equals to 0, and we return the corresponding line. If we run the code, it works. Thanks for watching.